This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
You just got my dulcet tones again, just on my own. We tried. I'm travelling, Garth's travelling, and for some reason the OBS wouldn't work for Zarn to work properly. So you've got me just to give you a quick rundown tonight. So our Aussie ramblings this week. So Bloomberg. Apple secretly building its own micro LED screens for future devices, starting with the Apple Watch. So firstly, I'm guessing it's no longer secret. A new report from Bloomberg this evening says that Apple is designing and producing its own device displays, which is a first for the company. Citing people familiar with the situation, the report explains that Apple using a secret manufacturing facility near its headquarters in California. Specifically, the report says that Apple is making a significant investment in the development of micro-LED devices. These screens use newer, light-emitting compounds that make them brighter, thinner, and less power-intensive than the current OLED displays. Apple's work on these displays hasn't gone entirely smoothly, though Bloomberg says Apple almost killed the project a year or so ago, though things have seemingly improved recently, with engineers making progress and the technology being in the advanced stage. So there is a 9 to 5 link on our show notes this week. Now, Apple announces a spring event for March, which we've all been hoping for. Apple is sending out invitations to an education event, which is different, on March 27, using the tagline, "Let's take a field trip." Apple says the event will focus on creative new ideas for teachers and students. 2 invitations have been seen so far in the US and UK, both inviting people to an event taking place at a high school in Chicago. The invitation contains no details of either the content or format of the event. It takes place at Lane Tech College Prep High School, which is home to students from the 7th grade through to college prep, and the school has a strong prep focus. Now, a lot of people are expecting something to do with iPads being A, in an education environment, and B, we will see what happens. So just a reminder, this week we are brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au, and this week we have some exciting news. No, that was last week we had the exciting news. See, I haven't even done the editing. Affordable and competitive plans, 99.95% uptime, domain registration available, free setup, auto setup 24/7, instant activation, accepts PayPal as well as other cards, over 250 scripts installed with one click, including WordPress, Joomla, and many, many more. They use cPanel, which is the industry standard, user-friendly, feature-rich control panel. And it does make it easy for getting your data out. So if you ever get cranky with ATH web hosting, which I can't think why you would, because all their prices are fair compared to a lot of other places, cPanel lets you export data. Now, for example, there's a company called Wix who lets you create your own websites using interactive tools. Really good, except you can never export it. So if you ever want to move from Wix, you have to start from scratch. Bad. If they're so confident in their product, you should be able to export it, as in ATH web hosting. So from $5.95 per month when paid annually, with 24/7 ticket support and friendly help when needed. Now, new hardware marketplace to allow SMEs, small to medium enterprises, to sell to Australian government. The focus on the smaller players could give them a chance against the existing tech giant dominated government service delivery model. The Australian government announced In August last year, it was going to be shaking up the way it procures technology services, offering startups and small to medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, a larger portion of Canberra's technology spend. Making good on the promise, the Digital Transformation Agency has announced its intention to launch a new hardware marketplace slated as a place for government to buy products like monitors, tablets, PCs, servers and technical services from smaller vendors in a space usually reserved for those technology heavyweights. Pardon me. This flexibility means the government can keep up with new technologies as they develop. It also means new startups with a great product to offer can sell it to government faster instead of waiting a long time for a panel to open to new sellers, the DTA said. The marketplace will be a one-stop shop, so government agencies only need to go to one place for computer hardware instead of the 3 or more panels which previously covered these products. So great to see. There'll be a link to znet.com for that article. Now, this one has got me rattled a little bit. Excited, but getting there. New South Wales extends contactless travel to American Express card holders. Visa and American Express customers can now use their card to tap on and off Sydney ferries and the L1 Dulwich Hill Light Rail in lieu of an Opal card. The New South Wales Government has extended the payment options available to commuters using public transport in Sydney, announcing the acceptance of Visa, MasterCard and American Express on some services. Transport for New South Wales will now allow commuters to tap on and off using their MasterCard on all Sydney ferry and light rail services, while Visa and American Express card or mobile wallet payments will be accepted for travel on the L1 Dulwich Hill Light Rail and on Sydney ferry services in lieu of the Opal card. Why it's not open to everyone and why it's mixed up like that, I don't know. The Opal card requires commuters to tap on when beginning a trip via bus, train, light rail or ferry and tap off when they reach their final destination on services operating in Sydney and many of its suburbs. That's not quite true. You've got to tap on and tap off. So say you're, I catch a train from Penrith Station to Bondi. I tap on at Penrith, tap off at Bondi, tap on the bus, and then tap off when I get off the bus. And that way it gives you a discount on your bus fare, adds up to a certain amount at the end of each week, so when it introduces the free part of the fare, etc. So when they reach their final destination on services operating in Sydney and many more of the suburbs. In New South Wales, we know transport is no longer just about infrastructure, but also about embracing technology to provide the best services possible for our customers, New South Wales Transport Minister Andrew Constance said on Monday. The integration of contactless transport payments into the Opal ticketing system makes the purchasing of one-off fares quick, easy and seamless, providing choice and convenience to customers. Now, also, Opal is actually run by an English company, and the English company you can use your Apple Pay to get on and off. I've asked them several times for comment and when they might be introducing that, and there is no comment for Australian New South Wales users. So I wish they'd hurry up. Now, Australia's Defence Department bans messaging app WeChat. Last month, US intelligence agencies weren't so into the idea of people using Chinese phones. The heads of the CIA, FBI and NSA told a Senate committee in February they didn't recommend products or services by China's Huawei or ZTE be used by Americans concerned about companies or entities becoming beholden to foreign governments. Now in Australia, that suspicion is seemingly extended to Chinese apps. Messaging platform WeChat has reportedly been banned from being installed on phones belonging to the country's Department of Defence, according to the Australian Financial Review. Defence does not provide or support the use of unauthorised software, including the WeChat social media application, on Defence mobile devices, a Defence spokesperson told the newspaper. Limited use of Facebook is reportedly allowed, though. It comes amid concerns of heightened Chinese espionage activities within the country, although Defence didn't specify why it banned WeChat. Owned by internet company Tencent, Mashable has contacted the department for comment. Back in December, India's Defence Ministry instructed its armed forces to uninstall WeChat, one of 42 apps it listed, after reporting a number of the apps had spyware or other malicious ware. Again, a link to the Mashable app. Another comment with regards to this was, I can't remember whether it was American or Australian forces who were, quote, hiding somewhere overseas. Their position was given out by someone using, whether it was Facebook or WeChat or some other social media application. I just don't. This was about 3 or 4 months ago. But yeah, they were, quote, hiding somewhere overseas, and their position was given out by an app somewhere along the line. Someone texted, sent their loved one a message, whatever, and it can be intercepted, and information is in there. So just be aware. Just be aware. Now, a reminder this week, we are brought to you by Aussie Tech Radio at aussietechradio.com. Our sister podcast, Aussie Tech Security Podcast, and the award-winning Aussie Tech Heads podcast, and our new show, Aussie Tech Crypto, and other podcasts from around Australia. And it's just, you put it up, run it 24/7, you can just have it listening there in the background. Once you've heard all the stories, you can turn your music on and wait till next week. But you'll always pick up a little story here and there. Now, here's another thing just to keep in mind with what people are doing. Now, there is an update for this story at the end, but Calendar app in a Mac app store mines cryptocurrency in the background. A Calendar app in the Mac app store has been mining cryptocurrency in exchange for giving users additional features, and an option to opt out of mining has been broken. So far, Apple has not taken the scheduling app Calendar 2 down, even after Ars Technica informed the company that Calendar 2 had been mining virtual currency. The app is supposed to be a beefed up version, buffed up it says, but I think they mean beefed up version of Apple's Calendar app in macOS, but recently its developer Cubics added extra code to mine Monero. So if they've added the extra code and they're going, oh, here's an update, we're fixing, just bug fixes, and then, but we're also putting a digital coin mining in. So a digital coin launched in 2014 are meant to be a more anonymous version of Bitcoin. As you can't view transaction on a public ledger, that makes Calendar 2 something of a rarity in the App Store. There don't appear to be other mining apps in the store, let alone apps that use mining as a way to get additional value for non-paying users. The miner runs an exchange for letting the users access more premium features. Users can opt out by keeping premium features off or paying for them through the App Store. However, as Ars noted, the app had a bug that kept the miner running even if its users tried to opt out, and a second bug that caused the miner to consume more resources than originally intended. A user noted on Twitter that the app ate 200% CPU until I found it and killed it. I didn't expect a minor infection from an App Store vendor. The app's current rating is 2 out of 5 in the App Store, with many recent reviews docking stars because of the unwanted mining. Cubics stated that it was in the middle of publishing a fix for the bugs. Mining programs tend to favour Monero over Bitcoin or Ethereum, as Monero has a more CPU-friendly hashing algorithm. Salon's website asked readers if they would like to let the media outlet mine Monero through readers' unused computing power as an alternative to looking at ads. Additionally, Monero has also become an easy target for a spate of malicious mining programs that have emerged in recent months, according to a report from Semantic in December. Now, while Apple doesn't have any rules expressly banning mining apps, it wouldn't be surprising for the company to remove such apps, given this sentence in the guidelines. So this is an app guideline. Apps should not rapidly drain battery, generate excessive heat, or put unnecessary strain on device resources. So anything that's using 200% CPU is putting unnecessary strain on device resources. So, especially when it's only a calendar app, not something that's, modifying a movie or doing AI or something like that. Now, updated. Calendar 2 has been pulled from the Mac App Store since the time of the original publication of the story. It's not clear if it was done by its developer or by Apple. After publication, Cubex said it would remove the miner from its app. So, but we still don't know whether it's Apple or Cubex that actually did it. Now, that's all the stories, but I do have one more that I haven't even checked out myself, but it's to do with, I'm just looking it up now, might need my glasses for this, calendar app. Here we go. Sorry. This is to do with Google's new app and being in iMessage. So it's part of iMessage now, as we did discuss. So 7 fun. This is from CNET. 7 fun and useful things you can do with the Google app in iMessage. It now makes iPhone owners better texters. So the first one is gifts. How good is your gift game? If you have grown tired of the options from the stock iOS Images app, then give the Google app a try. You'll find some of the same GIF offerings as the Images app, but there are some new choices. Hopefully, Google will add a few app GIF catalogs so you can find the perfect GIF to express your texting emotion. Just tap the GIF button on the right of the search bar to search for GIFs, and you can tap on the magnifying glass to search Google proper. Now, weather. It's sunny today, let's hit the beach. It's going to rain tomorrow, let's sit on the couch and watch movies all day. We are getting a foot of snow on Friday, let's go skiing. Below the search bar in the Google app, in iMessage, you'll find 5 buttons. Tap the weather button and you'll see 7 weather cards. Today's current conditions, forecasts with the forecast the next 6 days. Tap share in the lower left corner to text it to a friend and make your weather-based plans. What about food? Making dinner plans over text got easier, or at the very least you can now make more authoritative recommendations. The food button, you can search for restaurants and share the Google cards. From each card, your potential dinner companions can get their information about the establishment, hours, reviews, menu, busy hours, and reserve a table via Open Table. Or nearby. Bored with nothing to do? Tap the nearby button and text your friends a Google card of an attraction in your neighbourhood. Or what about trending? The trending button shows you the popular stories from Google News, the cards of which you can then use to strike up a text conversation or argument about current events. Number 6, videos. The video button is good for sharing movie trailers and other YouTube videos, but unfortunately the search bar doesn't let you search for other videos, just Google at large. A better option for texting videos is the YouTube app in the app drawer. And lastly, on the iPad only, drag and drop. This last one is an iPad only feature. When using split view on your iPad, You can drag links from the Google app to iMessage for quick and easy sharing. One closing note, the Google app's iMessage extension is only available in the US and it will arrive in more countries and locales soon. So, see, we don't count. Cool things you can do with the Google app. Anyway, we will see what happens there. I apologise for that story. I thought it was available. I'll have to go and double check now. I saw that and I thought I'll read that out for our to-dos tonight. So yeah, don't forget, we are brought to you by hahwebhosting.com.au and Aussie Tech Radio, our friends. So don't forget, I'd like to say thank you to our friends, our listeners, our supporters, and I will get this up as fast as I can. And thank you everybody for listening. All the best. Bye-bye.